Hey, Sammy Gyamfi so ye be there. How can you say that anybody who thinks Goldbod has made losses is either dreaming or hallucinating? But seriously, Sammy Gyamfi has proven that he's the best communicator in both the NDC and the MPP. Charlie can't see explanation. Just listen to the explanation when he was asked whether Goldbod had made losses or not. Just listen.
Have you incurred a loss?
When you say have you, are you talking about Goldbod or what?
14 million US dollars.
Are you talking about Goldbod?
Well, we are told that you are cooking your account, so you pass it off to the Bank of Ghana.
So 2 questions. Let's start with one. Has Goldbod made a loss? Emphatically, no. The Goldbod, even though it is not a profit-making, public operation, has not made any losses. The Goldbod, for the year 2025, generated revenue to the tune of 960 million cedis. A little over that. Our expenditure for the year 2025 stands below 120 million. These are all unaudited figures. So if you look at our management accounts, we are on our way to declaring income surplus. Goldbod does not declare profits, it declares surplus. There's a big difference between profit-making institutions and surplus-making institutions. Now, it's very clear that we will be declaring a surplus of nothing less than 700, 800 million, to put it very conservatively. The law that established the Goldbod, the Ghana Goldbod Act, specifically under Section 42, requires us to publish all our quarterly financial reports on our website. We have done so.
Right.
And if you check that, you will see that everything I'm telling you is factual.
Yeah.
And by the end of first quarter 2026, that is by March this year, the Auditor General would have completed his external audit of our accounts. And we will publish all our financials for everybody to see that Goldbod has not made losses. And when you hear people talking about Goldbod losses, maybe they are dreaming or they are hallucinating. That is what it is. We've not made any losses. These are imaginary.
You are buying in excess of 3 to 4 billion Ghana cedis of gold every day.
Yeah.
And you are taking money from the Bank of Ghana for this purpose.
Yeah.
And every week, you didn't say
every week.
Yeah.
Every week, yeah. 3 to 4 billion Ghana cedis, not dollars. Right. And you are saying you have made profit and you have not made a loss.
We've made surplus. Because
but we are told that what you are doing is that you are transferring the losses onto the books of the Bank of Ghana.
Thank you for that question. Thank you. The reason why we've not made losses as Goldbod is that every money Bank of Ghana has given us, we have accounted for it. We've given them the gold equivalent. And we have gotten paid. We've been paid our agent fees. That is why we've not made a loss. But let's go to the claim. You see, when you catch them here, they move here. They say, oh, now it is not the Goldbod that is making a loss. The Goldbod rather is transferring its losses onto the books of the BOG. How can an institution which is not making a loss transfer losses it is not making? Does this make sense? How can we transfer losses we haven't made? What Goldbod has done this year, you see, a child must learn to crawl before it walks. And a child must learn to walk before it runs. We established on 2nd of April, but by law, we took over the PMMC structure. And that PMMC structure is not fit for the purpose of the Goldbod mandate. So we needed to put in place the necessary institutional and operational framework that can deliver the Goldbod mandate, which means new departments, new units, new employees, new systems, new policies, and all that. So our supervising minister...
Including police powers.
Exactly. Setting up your task force and all that. Because PMMC didn't have a task force, PMMC didn't have a risk unit, PMMC didn't have a trading department, and we have to put all that in place and employ workers. Then our minister, to his force, says, you have 7 months to the end of the year. This is a time for you to learn how to crawl. So put in place these measures, but while at that, you can't be doing nothing. Continue PMMC's Gold for Reserve program with the Bank of Ghana because you inherited that agreement under the transitional provisions of the Goldbod Act as Section 76. So continue it. That is what we've been doing. So that program we have been running this year is a BOG program introduced by BOG in 2022. That program is funded by the Bank of Ghana. And that program has always sat in the books of the Bank of Ghana. In 2023, 2022, 2024, when the MPP was in power, G4R accounts did not sit in the books of PMMC or BOST. The accounts sat on the books of BOG, rightly so, because it's a BOG program funded by BOG. So where from this claim that it is Goldbod that has made an 8-month-old company now is responsible for the losses of BOG?
You talk about Atuforsen says what you have done in 1 year or less than 1 year, it would have taken someone else 5 years to achieve.
Well, it's refreshing when you hear your minister say such kind words about you. He's not always as kind as that, you know. He's always very hard on people like me when he needs his numbers. So this was a very good New Year message for me, but that's fine. But the key point I'm making here is that the G4R program was introduced in 2022 by the BOG. It is funded by them. It is their program and therefore it sits in their books. Now, that program is a non-profit monetary policy initiative. A non-profit monetary policy initiative introduced by the Bank of Ghana to help them achieve their primary mandate of price stability. That program, any loss under it, is not attributable to an 8-month-old Goldbod, neither is it attributable to mismanagement or incompetence by the BOG. Because when you say that Goldbod has not made a loss, they say, oh, Sammy Gyamfi is saying it wasn't me, but it is BOG. Dr. Siama is a hero. And I'm going to explain that to you. He and that wonderful team at BOG.
Dr. Zach.
They have not, through mismanagement or incompetence, caused any loss. Any reported loss under G4R, if any, is a product of policy design. That is how the policy was designed to come to incur intentional and strategic expenses for superior economic benefits. So we are not saying we have not made a loss, but somebody has made a loss through mismanagement. No, that is the policy design. And it is so sad that those under whom the policy was introduced are now feigning ignorance about the policy objects and the policy design.
Earlier